What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here with game-breaking information. Nobody else has got this. I'm the first on the scene with it. Nobody's got this. You're in for record-breaking nonsense in the Need for Speed Unbound game. The Cornnut Crew strikes again. We brought you the Pista. We brought you the A-Class Pista. And now I bring you something that is the Pista exploit in all of the cars. My man, I think it's A. I think it's letter A, capitalized. He brought it to me. He's been a member of our crew for a little bit. He's like, hey, do you know about this? I was like, no way. No. There's no way. He's like, it's real. So I got one of my other guys. I'm like, hey, check this out. See if this is legit. He goes, yeah, it is. He was laughing on comments. He's like, I don't believe it. Check this out. If you have a Logitech G29, G920, you have to have the shifter. You can take a car that is only equipped with a 4-speed or a 5-speed transmission and put it into 5th gear, 6th gear, 7th gear, 8th gear when it doesn't have that transmission equipped, using a combination of shifter and paddles. My man Nil went to Target and spent $350 to verify this because he could not believe this was the thing. And it is. I don't have a Logitech G29 or a G930 or any of the Logitech anythings. I've got a full Fanatec rig. That's what this Bride Racing seat's attached to. And I've got a very nice shifter that goes with that. It's a 7-position with reverse, so it's got 8 positions. It'll do sequential. It was like a $2,000 rig when my wife bought it for me originally. It does not work with this exploit. I don't know if Thrustmaster wheels work with the exploit. I think it's something to do with Logitech, but I don't know what it works for and what it doesn't. But I'm going to bring you all the info so you can start figuring it out for yourself. And Criterion needs to get a hold of this. This needs to be patched. This is going to break the game in all classes across the board, except for maybe S and S+. You take and you put the car with a 4-speed or a 5-speed. The first example I have is this Pista. It's this very build on the Pista. It's, let me get it pulled up here for you guys. The engine that we got in it doesn't matter. The parts, you're running all this. The transmission, the 5-speed, is what keeps this car in B class. It's the reason it's broke. When you change the transmission to the Pro or the 7-speed, the Super, it puts it right into S Plus car. You see that, you guys? So you have the 5-speed. It's what keeps it in B because the top speed is 127. Well, with this exploit, you can equip the 5-speed transmission, keep it in B class, and then go out into the game and shift into 5th with the shifter. And then 6, 7, 8 on the paddle shifter. This car in B class does 215 mile an hour. You're going to see it in the clip. I've got a Lamborghini that does it has a 5-speed equipped and it goes into 7th gear. I've got a BMW that has the 4-speed equipped and it goes into 7th gear. We're not doing this online. We're doing this all in single player because I'm not going to let any of my guys get taken down for a ban because they're out here just manipulating and cheating online. Like, this is truly game breaking, you guys. So I'm going to feed you the clips. I want you guys to watch those. And then at the end of the clips, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, but I don't want to have you guys waiting any longer. So let's get right to the clips. First Pista, then Lamborghini, then BMW. Check this out. All right, for the footage here. B-Class Pista, 900 plus horsepower and torque. Top speed with that 5-speed is 126 mile an hour. We've got the bronze transmission equipped. Let's go in. The Sport 5-speed bronze. Look at the 6. Look at the 7. 6-speed, 7-speed. 177 in the 7-speed. There is no 8-speed option. We leave. Go out to play here. We're doing all this in single player, like I said, because I want you guys to see that it's B class all the time. I would never do this to other people online because this is true game-breaking exploits. But I want you guys to see this. We're in 3rd. We're in 4th. We're in 5th. We're in 6th. We're in 7th. We're in 8th. This shifter is insane. So you use the shifter to get up to 6th, and then use the paddles on the wheel to get to 7th and 8th. It is just crazy. Like, somehow Logitech is communicating with the game on a level that just uses the code in a different way or something. Like, I think all the cars probably have the transmissions based on what body style it is or what's available for it, and then it just gets locked behind a, you know, if this then this kind of thing. So when you equip a 5-speed transmission, it doesn't allow you to access those other gears, but obviously they're there, you guys. So our driver takes it out, 5th speed or 5th gear, 6th gear, 7th gear, 8th gear. You remember the top speed on this car when we took it out with that 5-speed transmission? Oh yeah, that's right, 126. You remember the top speed with the other transmission? 177? That sure looks like a lot faster than 177. We're doing 215 mile an hour in a B-class Pista. Now, it wasn't me shooting the gameplay footage, like I say, so it took a second for our driver to learn how to do reverse. I literally went and bought this wheel and pedals today when I told him about this. I didn't have one local, otherwise I would be doing this and showing you like the live footage. But trust you guys, if you have access to a Logitech G920 or a G29 with the shifter is the key element of that. You should be able to do something like this. I don't know if Thrustmaster works. I don't know about other racing rings. I've got a really great manual transmission Fanatec system with the shifter, the pedals, the wheel, and it does not work for this. So I think only supported wheels will, but I don't know all the details. But at the end of the day, man, this is just insane. So there's our driver, 7th speed, 8th gear. 200 mile an hour again in a B-class Pista. The devs need to get on this today. I bring it to you because I'm a content creator and I know nobody else has got this, and so I want to bring it to you and have you see it. Let's move on to the next car. Alright, for this clip we are using the Lamborghini. We're still in story mode. Our driver crashed out last time, so now it's daytime. We're going to the transmission. You'll see that top speed is 155. There's up to 7 speeds in this car to choose from. This one's weird. It doesn't have an 8th gear, so I'm not sure if the gears are tied to the engine or if they're tied to what that body can put into it. Like if there's a different gear selection that gives you an 8th speed or something like that. I'm not sure. Like the Ferrari, it had 8 gears, but this Lamborghini only has 7. But regardless, we came equipped with the 5-speed. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what we're trying to show you guys here, is with that manual transmission, you shift up using the gearbox and then grab your last 2 gears using the paddles on the shifter or on the wheel. You can shift into gears that do not exist, that are not available to you, and it allows you to take a car that should be in S Plus or in higher tiers because the transmission is what skimped it, and using that racing wheel be able to go to places you should not be able to go. And it is just crazy. It really is crazy. This is, if they don't hotfix this soon, the world is going to just explode. Like Need for Speed is in trouble. We're doing all this in single player, you guys, because I would never encourage anyone to go do this in online lobbies or anything, because it truly is game breaking. It's one thing to build the Pista. Anyone can build the Pista. It's one thing to build some of the other good builds or some of the cheese builds, because anyone can go do that. But not anyone has access to a Logitech steering wheel at their house right now with the shifter and everything. And so this is specific. It is a definite exploit, but it is really cool nonetheless. So our top speed, we're going well over 200 mile an hour again in a gear that shouldn't be there because this is the 5-speed transmission. Like I say, our guy was getting used to the wheel, so he wasn't the best on it, but that's okay. The evidence is there, you guys. If you have access to a Logitech system with the shifter, try this out. Let me know. Go crush some single player stuff. Please don't do this online, you guys. Let's move on to the next car. like many things, we could stretch this out and turn it into a 45-minute video on every car in the game, but 3 cars is enough to prove a point. This is just a B-class car. It is not broken. It is not anything crazy. I want to show you that there are 4-speed is what we have equipped, but it has up to a 7-speed. I just want you to see that this works across the board on every vehicle that we've tested, so I wanted to bring you 3 different options to see. Our driver keeping his car in B-class with that 4-speed transmission equipped. It's going to shift into 4th gear, and then 5th, and then 6th, and then 7th. Once again, this body or motor combo, I don't know the whys behind it, but it didn't have an 8-speed like the Pista did. But regardless, you cram a bunch of horsepower into this and then gimp it with the 4-speed transmission and then go out and shift into 7th gear. Like, you're doing things that the game is not wanting you to do. I've got guys that are asking me, can we set new lap times with this exploit? And I'm like, no, we're not doing glitchy times. But I think it's really cool content. I think it showcases how broken this game is. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to see that over here on the Cornnut Crew, we are doing it different than everybody else. We're testing stuff different than everybody else. We're finding game-breaking exploits that nobody else is bringing to you. It's because we're putting in the time. I'm thankful for all you guys watching this. Please share this. Show this to other people. Tell them about my channel. The only way I'm going to grow is by other people watching this stuff and you guys telling others about it. I would really like the help. If any of the big streamers did this, like Militia Gaming or Black Panther, or any of those guys put out a build video on this, Criterion would get a hold of it tomorrow and they would probably make changes. My channel's small. I've only got 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys can help me out and blow it up to the big people, or just blow it out on Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and everything, just cut it up, get it out there, let this be known. That'll help me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out. Don't do this in multiplayer. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. As you've seen, it's insane. Obviously, we don't have video of a person with the shifter showing you how to do it, but you just need to trust me on this. The Logitech system works that way. Anybody you know that's got a Logitech system for console, Xbox, PC, whatever, if it's the Logitech G29s or the 920s, for sure, they have to have the shifter though, you guys. Regardless, it works. You get into the gears with the shifter. Once you're at max gear on the shifter, use the paddles to catch your next couple gears. Look what cars this would bust completely. Like, they're already broken in B class, but now we've busted them in all the other classes. The B class Testarossa, 614, 716 on the horsepower and torque numbers there. 130, transmission puts it there. Now we can go into 7th gear. Well, that's going to bust A class out. Let's go look at this Mustang. 391, 567, not quite as crazy as Testarossa. It would dominate all of A class, probably do really well in A+. Here is this Mazda, 450, 551 on the torque. The R34 in B class. The only reason these cars, the A class Pista, the one that I tuned myself, the hover car, the hover Pista that I don't use online because it's a cheater car, 999 horsepower, 991 torque. Let's go into 9 or to 8th speed with that thing. 220 easy. Dominate everything. All of it. This is an S plus car in A class. It has no business being there. But the only thing that keeps it tame is the 128 top speed. Now we can shift into other gears. Do not use this online against other people, you guys. That's not cool. It's one thing for you're on a wheel, I'm on a controller, you're on console, I'm on PC, whatever. But we all can get in-game money and we can do the builds. That's why I share the builds. I want everybody to be on the same page, have the best out there that we can get. This targets a specific minority, a very small sampling of people that have the Logitech racing equipment that can do this. But it is really cool. But it's absolutely game breaking for online play. So don't do it, you guys. I mean, there's a chance you can get banned for it, to be honest, because I know that the controller that comes with your console is an approved thing. But is the Logitech system, because it has its own drivers and stuff, is that an approved, supported thing that Criterion and EA says, yes, that's good? I know that there's adapters that you can get that are USB sticks, so you can use mouse and keyboard and do stuff to manipulate first-person shooters and whatnot. Chronos Max is what it was called. And there's other lookalikes like that. I know that those in other games will get you banned because that's an exploit. You're basically manipulating the way the game sees stuff and breaking it. I don't know if that's the case with these Logitech systems. That's why I told my guys, don't do it in online. Let's stay away from that. But this is really insane stuff. I had to bring it to you guys. I wanted you to see how truly busted this is, because it is kind of fun. So if you play single player, here's the keys. Here's the keys to beating all single player if you have a Logitech system. The guy, I think it's my man that brought this to me, he said, the only reason I even know about this is because you talked me into driving with a manual. So I started learning manual. And then I was driving with the shifter, and then I decided I wanted to play with the paddles instead. And I got into a gear I shouldn't have been, and I was like, what? And it took him a little while to recreate it, but then he figured it out. And when he brought it to me and the guys were like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Like, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Like, we can't break. The game can't be busted like this. Please, no. Like, the internet's going to be ruined. I wholeheartedly believe that somebody else is going to stumble on this immediately. This information was going to get out. I'd rather I'm the one that puts it out there, so at least I get some credit for being part of the crew and being part of the guys that are bringing it to me. I don't like to break the game, but at the same time, I don't want one of the other big streamers to have one of his guys go to it, and then they're the first on the scene, and we were holding on to it for a week, but we didn't want to break the internet. No, it's the dev's responsibility to fix bugs and patch stuff. It's our responsibility as players to play responsibly and not, have fun on the game. So this is a fun, crazy thing. Don't go online and do it to people. I think that's wrong, but go kill it in single player, you guys. It's sick. I'll leave it alone. I'm your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.